Happy Tuesday. We were supposed to be on our boat, but I can't pronounce the name. Isis? Anyway, the hurricane that is now a tropical storm, the hurricane that wanted to come up this coast. We were on vacation and I was going to try and live stream from our boat, but couldn't do that because I was going to do it from my phone. Now, we wouldn't have been sewing on blocks, but you would have been on our vacation. It would have been kind of fun. So anyway, the port we were going to on Martha's Vineyard, the one after. Anyway, we were Vineyard Haven was the port would have been a hot mess during the storm, and there was no way. They didn't want extra boats riding it out, so they canceled our reservations. So we had a choice: come home in lumpy weather or come home after the weekend. But we had a great weekend on our boat in New Bedford, a beautiful port, absolutely amazing. And then we headed home after that. And now we're home and we'll go out this weekend, which will be a lot of fun. Go out on our boat this weekend. So today I'm trying to catch up on things, and I could do some more 6.5-inch blocks, but I haven't decided which ones I really want yet. And I need to finish up making these blocks. This is Boo from the pattern is called Boo from the Pattern Basket, which is a company in Canada. And I am just chain piecing I have to make 16 of them. Well, 15 more. So I'm making all the parts to do it. And there's some fun techniques to learn in this pattern. So I just love this quilt, and I think you'll love it too. You should get the pattern. It's the patternbasket.com. She's out of Canada, and amazing. I love a bunch of her patterns. I have her bird pattern. She has a cardinal pattern. She has another bird pattern. But I really fell in love with this ghosts. They're so cute. Little bows in their hair. Oh my gosh. So I've made, so far, it's done in sections. So I've made all of the first section and the second section. So we're just going to work right down through the pattern. I've done most of the piecing, and my bobbin, I can guarantee, will run out while we're sewing today. And I'm just going to go for a little while. Maybe we'll see how far we can get, but I want to show you her stitch and flip technique for odd shapes. And it's kind of like the same as doing the paper piecing without the paper and then trimming. So it'll be interesting. I'll show it to you. Good morning, Sharon. I think Denise is coming today too. I was a little late going on because I was getting myself organized with Boo. So this row is, I've done what they consider, what did I do? I flipped the page. I've done what they consider block one. Done what they've considered block one, which is putting part of the bows on. And then I've done block two, which is putting the other part of the bow on the head. So now I'm on block three, which is putting the eyes in. So I had to decide which eyes some of them I'm gonna give white eyes to, and some will have black eyes. So I've added the little stitch and flip corners, which we've done a million times, to the corner pieces of the eyes. So I have all those done. So I'm ready to put them together. And this is what I did. I took snack bags and I labeled with Sharpie the letter of each block. Super easy to pull it out and have it ready to rock and roll. So, waking up my iron. I am going to, I've paired them all up, the eyes, and so now I've done the first part. I'm just going to add the F pieces and the C pieces, which go in the middle and make the row for what they call block three. I kind of call it a row, but I guess it is a block. You can have a rectangular block, right? So, oh, Sharon, I put on my machine the whale quilt. I switched it up and I'm using that backing fabric that you gave me, which I love, um, on the back of the whales. I'm going to work on them today. And so I'll have that for you to bind because I'm going to put it in the show. My deal is I'm going to say it's really for my daughter, Caitlin. I mean, the whole plan was making it for her. And I think she wants me to quilt it with flip-flops, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I might. But I think she'll be happier with me if I don't. And I'm going to tell her that if it sells, she can have the money. I'm going to put it in the show. Such a perfect quilt. I mean, it's so Marblehead, it isn't even funny. And I would be shocked, like shocked, if it didn't sell. So, but, you know, given this time and how many people will get to come see it, I have no idea. All right, I'm getting to work, pulling out the pieces. The first thing I'm going to do is attach the F pieces because it'll be easier to pair them up. And put the bag out of the way. So I'm going to match the fabrics all up first thing. So that's these, because if you don't, then we mess up. And then I have the, so those can go with those. Got to pair them. I did put them together in pairs in the bag, so it makes it a little easier to find them all, which is a good thing. But well, I guess I didn't pair them all up. Go figure. Oh yeah, totally, 1,000% it works, and I just think it's great. It'll be leftover fabric. You should tell me how much you spent on it because I'm going to pay you for it. I know it was a deal. I just don't remember what it was. And so there's another set of these. I'm just laying them with the pieces. Da da da. Polka dots. Oh, phew. Thought I didn't cut enough, but I did. No, this is crazy. My water bottle leaks water a little bit. I don't want to get things wet over here. Polka dots. All right. All right, there we go. Those go with that. Now we're ready to rock and roll. So one goes on one side, and it goes, if I look at the picture, it touches the fabric. Each one touches the fabric. So we have to just decide. And so just gonna stitch right down until my machine says you are out of thread. Actually, until I completely run out of thread. I'm trying to make these look. Oh, you know what? I have to make sure that I do the eyes going the right way. So I'm gonna just lay them out. This would be a smarter thing to do. So I'll have to wait till that one comes through the line right here. And then stitch one on top, one down, so I can stitch to the wider part. And this one, first one, I didn't check. I just stitched it to the one side, which won't matter because it'll work. It's the eye that's going this way. So then yep, I got it right. Good thing. Good thing. We went to New Bedford. Oh, tilt the camera. Thank you. Thank you. I just left it sitting up there. It's on my box. There we go. Now you can see it down on my table. So I'm gonna oh, that's right, I have cut that one out. Press the dark one. So there we go. This is the eyes. And then they have a bridge of the, well, I guess it's more like the forehead that separates it. Goes in the middle. So I'll just stitch that in. This one, so we'll have one row or block section done. With a little example. Press these babies. This pattern actually goes together quite quickly. You know, we are making, where's the other one? It's right here. 16 ghosts. And kind of, I just think they look so adorable. I want to try and be able to do the cutting video, the final cutting video with my daughter to for my class. And so I could do one black eye and one. That would have been really funny. I decided I didn't want to do it. I could do one black eye and one white eye. She does put pretty good pressing directions. And I'm pressing them the right way. I don't think anything has to really line up and nest until we get to the stitch and flip pieces. So, but this is what this row or block 3 looks like. Let me just press this really quick. This is it with her dark, oh, there we go, dark eyes. And I think it will look better with the light eye version, but I decided I didn't want 2 ghosts looking the same. So I'm going to put these eyes in the correct direction. And then I can chain this bunch in. These are the white eyes, some of them anyway. So polka dots, we need polka dots right here. Anyway, I started to say, I think I can talk without messing up. We went to New Bedford, and we went to the New Bedford Zoo, which is really a nice, sweet little zoo. We had a lot of fun in there. It wasn't, they monitor how many people they let in. They have it set up so you walk in one direction. And they, let's see which way I want that. And they didn't have all the animals, but we saw the elephants giving themselves a sand bath. It was so hot. We walked from our boat to the zoo. It was just under 3 miles, 2.7 miles, but we probably walked 3 miles altogether by the time we got there. And then we said, oh, we'll just take an Uber back because it was so friggin' hot. And we walked around and my hip was bothering me. So I had something in my back pocket. I learned that that's not a good idea for me. Not on my hip that I have replaced, but my other hip. The one that I know I mean, obviously I had arthritis in both my hips. So, but we sat down and rested, drank water, bought a water. We took water with us on the hike, drank it all on the way there. Then we bought a cold water, each bought a bottle of cold water at the zoo, drank it, and then we decided that we would take the Uber. We couldn't get it. There were no Uber drivers available, which should not shock me. This is going to be the wrong direction. Should not have shocked me, but there weren't. So then we tried Lyft. Then we figured we could cut a little of the distance off by cutting across the park, and we walked back to the boat. But we were hungry and decided to have ice cream. I decided, my husband would have had fried clams, but I decided we should have, which he got for dinner, but I decided we should have ice cream. They had this place called the Creamery there. Oh my gosh, the best ice cream. I got peanut butter Oreo with hot fudge and marshmallow on top. That was a lot of sugar for me. Oh ye, who hasn't had sugar in a while. Okay, I'm going to press these. I'll be right back. Forgot to grab this one. Okay, here's the next row. Here's that with the white eyes, which is kind of cool. I think they'll look like they disappear into the background. So I did some white. She does that in the pattern. It's not an original idea. I wish I could say, oh yeah, it's an original idea, but it wasn't. So I need to find the little polka dots. I'm going to just complete these. Actually, I could just stack them. No, I think I'll just do them. This is the this eye goes over there, and these eyes go this way, and this one needs the black. Okay. So so we did that. We had a beautiful ride on Friday all the way down to New Bedford, and we hung out and with our friends that we traveled down together on not in the same boat, but they followed along. We all went on the same side, and we went through the canal, the Cape Cod Canal, which is always fun. And I was explaining to them how close to the shore we got in the cruise ship, Sharon. Oh my gosh! And then we got into the harbor and just hung around till dinner time, and then got settled. It takes a while to get everything hooked up on the boat, and we just press this. We did takeout from a restaurant in in New Bedford, and I guess we'll put those letters right side up for dinner that night. And then our friends have, which is so cool, they have a light, underwater light that they put on their boat, and it attracts the fish, of course, because it's the brightest thing in the striper. So there were minnows, and these stripers were jumping up and going and eating them. It was fun to watch. Not so much fun for the minnows, but it's fun for us. Okay. Polka dots, dot. Nope, this one. Okay. We're just cranking through this row here. I was kind of wondering how long it would take. You know, when I made the first block, I was explaining everything. And so it was taking a while. And I thought about just chain piecing and getting them all done then, but my daughter, she truly would have killed me. I said, no, I'll just whip them off. And I've been procrastinating, and I have to stop procrastinating and get all these things done. Okay, let's press these 3. And then we'll have 5 of these done and 10 more, only 10 more to go. But at least I did all the eyes yesterday. And I did all the eyes yesterday, and I did a bunch of the arms this morning. So these rows. All right, let's lay these next bunch out. These are, I love this green. Oh my gosh, there's 2 greeny ones. And purple. I could put them a little closer together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our friends went to the Whaling Museum, but we'd gone the time before we went to the city, and we wanted to see something new. So we chose to go to the zoo, which was a lot of fun. And then that night we walked back into town. So we walked 3 miles to the zoo, 3 miles back. All right, I'm exaggerating. 2.7 miles to the zoo, 2.8 miles to the zoo, 2.8 miles back. Actually, we walked a little longer. No, not as far, because after the creamery, we took the launch back. The launch somebody called the launch, and we just happened to be there. We went, oh, can we get on? Yes, of course you can. This beautiful lunch driver said. And and then we walked back into town, but we ended up walking just over 8 miles that day. I've never been, well, I probably have been that tired. I was very tired after that. But anyway, we had this huge discussion about what to do, and I just said to Peter, I think it makes sense. I just want to be home. It could be nothing. This whole storm could be nothing. But they have huge wind. Well, not huge. They have pretty good sized winds blowing down where we were right now. I have my weather app set for that area, and I haven't shifted them back yet. So I keep getting reports of the weather in New Bedford. And but it's going to calm down pretty quick. The wind's because it's gone way west, which is super good for us. Super good. And I mean, not water-wise, but definitely trying to decide which way I want this to go. And I could have flipped that. It does stitch better flipped. So I think we're going to go to Provincetown. Peter went there to do the Behringer to be the race committee boat for the Behringer. Okay, the little eyes. I just think these eyes are so cute. And hat. And oh, I don't know why I'm putting the center things in there. That's crazy. I could do that. I need the eyes. These go with this. And the eyes go here. These go here. Let's make this hat right side up. I'll make the eyes. The eyes on the fabric, when you see the whole print, the larger print, they go every which way, but might as well make them go right side up mostly when I can. Of course, I flipped that one upside down. Just realized I should go this way. And so I started down this rabbit hole telling you about our trip, because on the way back, it wasn't too bad, you know, it wasn't calm or anything, but it wasn't too bad on the way to the Cape Cod Canal. But we got into the canal, and oh my gosh, I've never, in all the times we've gone through it, seen it as rough as it was. And I think a lot of it had to do with how much traffic was in there. It definitely had to do with the way the tides were going. And so we definitely, all right, clipping this. But Sharon, I saw the Viking. I was going to take a picture of it, not because it's the tour boat for the canal, and it was going through, which cracked me up. All those people taking their ride on the canal. They could have picked a better day to take a ride, that's for sure. All right, I'm going to iron these. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Another row done. Now we have these set for need their centers. Let's make the eyes going in the right direction. Oh, look at that. That was by luck. Little curl. All right, now we have the centers that need to go in there. Okay. It's like, what happened? They're right here. There's that one, there's that one. All right, so now let's just sew these babies right down. The waves were so strong they were just flipping our boat around. And we finally slowed down a little bit just to give them, we had to have power and speed to get through the canal, but just to let the other boats get way ahead of us so that we could go smoothly through the canal. Then we got through the canal and we just flew home after that. And we were exhausted. The time, well, my husband mostly, because he did all the driving, literally. And then we, it's not so multiple layers together. We hung on our mooring for a little bit, and our daughter came and picked us up. She had my car. And the rest is history. But I would go back to there a lot. You know, it would have been the safest place where we were in New Bedford to ride out the hurricane, but it's better that we're home. All right. Press these and then add the other pieces. All right. I think I'm gonna really, I don't know, I'm gonna really like this green print. Right, oh, they're all right there. I'm gonna do this one and they'll all be through. Okay. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. All right. Then the next row or block is to put the mouths, just the pieces with the mouths. So I have to make sure when I do that I don't make a black mouth with a white eye. So we're gonna have to check that. That would just be my luck to do that. Kind of silly. And but we have a few more eye rows to do. We're almost done with the eye rows. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, but I want to get these eye and mouth rows done, then we'll do the flip and turn parts. Show you that, and then I won't make you watch me put the whole block together. That wouldn't be, that would just take, I mean, all 15 of them, but the sections, it's kind of nice to have the sections done. Let's iron these, another 5. And we're almost done, we're getting there. I think there's only 3 left to do after this. Because there's always one that's sitting on the machine. I just think this one, everything just really stands out on it. I just think that's kind of cool. So we now have 1. I think I made that. Yeah. Some writing go up. I always end up with all my scissors up there. One more white. Oh, it's 4. I was pretty close to right. I think I'll put that there. No. Oh, I there. mostly going to disappear in the seam allowance. There we go. Or do I do it like this? I think I do it like that. And then, uh-oh. Oh no, there they are. Thought I didn't cut them, but I swore I cut everything. There we go. A little extra threads on. Yeah, I knew my bobbin was coming to a close. And I had my hand in the way here. Stop. I know, but we're going to get all these done before I have to change my bobbin. So wrong that I have to do 2 rows here, but just the way it goes. Totally opposed. Let's just be patient with this. There's always a ton of thread left on. Well, enough to get a ton, you know, a bunch done before the bobbins really truly run out. So I bet we can sew all these sections. We're going to try it. I know. Stop doing that, but at least you're sewing and not stopping me. It looks bigger to sort of center that one. They're the same size. Okay, let me center it. I love it when a plan comes together. Oops, there goes my foot pedal. Crash into the floor, but we can press these babies. See? Said I needed to change my bobbin. I didn't quite yet. Hoping I can stitch all the nose bridges in. All right. That one's all set. There we go. This one goes over here. 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 We have a nose. I don't know why I'm calling that a nose. And that goes there, and that goes there. Alrighty. Oh, gotta find my foot pedal. Gotta get a bigger footstool. Actually, I know what I have a shelf I want to stick under there, but I just have been too lazy to do the book drop, so but I'm gonna go do it. I still see thread under there. I think we're going to get all this section done, and then I'm going to stop being annoyed by it stopping and starting and change out the bobbin. Could show you how I clean my machine, but that I think you're absolutely right, Sharon. I will run out on the last piece. I think that's so true. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm not even going to run the little thing through because I don't even want to waste that little bit because I want to make it all the way. So I'm just going to iron these 3 and then sew the last one through. And switch these around so there's not like, there we go. Okay, let's just see. Come on. Come on. Keep going. Oh my God, we got through all the nose. We got through all the eyes. They're all done. 16 pairs, 15. 16ths on the wall of eyes. I actually will have made 17 boos because in order to put the quilt together, I'd have to go back up to bits and pieces and get the one I left with her, so I'm remaking it. Because the fat quarters cut more. But I did 2 purples. This is the one that fabric that I gave her. So we now have the eye pieces done, but I'm not going to mess with the other things. I'm going to change. Oh, there's my stack. It's over here. I think I'll put it on my ironing board so it doesn't fall off my table. That would just be my luck. All right, let's do the whole bobbin thing here. I can't believe that. Could have just left that in there because I don't think I'm going to. Look at that. Just a tiny little bit. I'm going to wind the bobbin. Normally I would wind 2, but this is the second one and I clean after that. So, but I'm not going to stop and do that here with you guys watching. So I'm going to I'm just going to wind this one bobbin so that I have to, it's how I keep track of just the 2. It forces me to stop and clean the machine. I know you probably should do every bobbin, but I'm a little, I thought I pulled it out. I was going to be super bummed. Something's caught. Oh, there we go. That's why. All right, put that in there, put that in there. Bobbin winding on. And I can just hit go, but I'll use my foot instead. There we go, we're winding. I can get my pieces out. This is H. Oh, we need the other ones because we need to know which ones had white eyes and which ones didn't. But we'll match up the color, that match up the fabrics. This is doubled up. Look it up. That's it. All right. We have a bobbin. No, I shouldn't do that. There we go. Scissors. Alrighty. We're ready to rock and roll. Alright, we're gonna match them up. So we've done block 3. We're now on block 4, and it's just 2 H's and a mouth. These are all the mouth pieces. Just little rectangles. And so we need to pair them. Polka dot. Some of them I paired up before I put them in the bag. And some I didn't. It depends on how I stack them when I cut them. And I like to try and stay somewhat organized. But this should be fast. There's no oranges. I didn't do that way. They were stacked. Because I kept the stars on top, they needed to be the straightest. So now we need to know which gets white and which gets black. So these guys get a black mouth. This guy gets a white mouth. And this guy gets a black mouth. I think I cut extra. They both get black. Stars are black. And they're black. And the hats are black. And the eyes. Almost there, my watch says the eyes are black. That's, oh, I already put a black there. So the ghosties must be black too. So all those are black. And, oh, there you are. All right, now it's getting hot in my workroom. My computer's hot. All right, so now this is white. Oh, oh, there you are. Polka dots. White. You are white. You are white. And you are black. All right, let's move these bags out of the way. These out of the way. And we're ready to rock and roll. All right. I'm going to turn my fan on. Okay, I'm just going to plow through these. I think next week I might do, I don't know, I'll try to have all the plans set for the 6.5-inch blocks so I can start putting that together. 2, 3, 4. 5. That was my iron. I think I will clip these and go press them so that I can wake my iron up before it goes to sleep completely. I have to sit. This pattern is awesome because it has very accurate pressing. She really has it pressed so that they all nest. They really do all nest together. And this row is really fast. It's just 2 seams. Boom. And we have the mouth set. And I'm going to keep that white away from the bridge and from the mouth. And Sharon, I think you'll love this pattern. And I know that you have lots of Halloween fabric. And you don't have to do, I'm doing the whole full size because I'm teaching it as a class. But I'm going to just get these off the back here. Press this one. I'm just going to leave these rows over here. They'll be ready. Okay. I think having more orange next to it will make it swing out there better. All right, I did that one. Alrighty. I checked before we went on, before we left on our boat. I checked to see what the COVID numbers were in each and every location. Yeah, I bet you can. So that I would know. So I would know what it was, what our risks were in each location. New Bedford was actually decreasing, and I didn't check the actual rates, number of cases, which I was thinking about, but let's not put it wrong side. Let's put it right sides together. And then I will run my little thing through. Just these couple more. Stack them so they're easier to press. That one's already set. All right, I'll be right back. All right, line these noses up with what they're going with. All right, you could just pick them up and do them instead of organizing them that way, because they are kind of all unique. Once these are done, I'm going to do that stitch and flip, and that will be it for today. And I'll finish these up after I get my long arm running. Finish up the rows. That's my goal for today. And I should be able to get all the blocks done. I'm going to show you, did the arm pieces. They're just pretty much everything I have left to do is oh, there's a lot. Who's kidding who? There's a bunch, because I'm doing 15. If I was doing one block, we'd have it done by now. But you've all seen the one. Anyway, guess I want the density near the nose, or the mouth. I keep calling it a nose. There's a nose bridge, then I'm calling this a nose. And the hats. can't wait to see this all put together. I just think it's going to be so much fun. I did a light background. Okay. I did start with that. Look at that. This section flew by. Okay, let's go press these babies. And this row will be done. Okay, so the arms are just done with a stitch and flip. This is an arm, so actually that's on the bottom because the arms are flat. The top, those just need to, oh, yeah, I have a bag full of them. There they are. They just need, those other sections just need to be pressed, but I'm not going to make you watch me press them. So the next one is the left and right skirt pieces, which are these pieces right here. We're going to do these right here, sorry, off the screen. So we're going to get those pieces. So we need DD and we need J. So JDD. I ahead of time drew all the lines on the back. It's a good idea just to get it all done ahead. And I'm only going to do a couple for you. Actually, just going to do one pair. And then I will go back, finish the arms and stuff. So I'm going to do one where you can really see the line. So I'm going to do this. Green. So I've drawn a line. She gives you in the pattern where to come out to. So you, it's really clear. Draw it from the corner there. And if you do the class a bit from bits and pieces, I have the video there. You'll get the video. You can watch me do it. So, and here are the DD pieces. So I'm going to put them right side up. This is really important because this is a white on white. I want to make sure that I have it right side up. And I put the piece in the bottom corner down here like this. Right here. And then I put this one in the corner so that they're near each other like this. And then I am just sewing. This is the fun part, right on that line. And you know what? There are no line police here. Like, it's kind of like the paper piecing. It really matters on the little corner pieces because they actually connect. And you need to press it the way you need to press all of this section, which is, I mean, all of it you should press the way she said because she has it so it nests. But it's super important there. Not everything lines up and she has pressing directions for it. So I'm sewing right on the line and my 1/4 inch foot has a slot right in the middle. So I'm just letting it go right through the line, just travel right through the middle. For me, it's easier to start on the flat part. So I'm just letting it go right through and you pierce that corner. I'm going to need this to put through. after I do this one. So now I'm just going through with this one. And then I'm going to show you the funky look, that what it looks like when you, after you've stitched it, you go, oh my gosh, this is like so weird. But if you paper piece like a lot, like Sharon and I have, it doesn't seem quite so weird. Ah, dropped my scissors, but they were closed. And I missed my toe, which is a good thing. So now you take your rotary cutter. So she says, trim away 1/4 inch from the sewn line, which is towards the little piece, okay? Because you're going to press it away like this, okay? So I'm going to take my ruler and my rotary cutter, and I'm going to put the 1/4 inch line on the seam that I just drew. I think you can see it there. And I'm going to cut it off. You could just use scissors like I did on the little ones, but this is a little bit longer and it will look neater. And okay, so now I'm going to take this to the iron and press the way she said. Okay, look how wonky these pieces look, okay? But the cool thing is all you have to do is flip it over and recut it to the size that it was. She even writes it in the pattern, the size that it was. But you can see, you can just put the ruler on there and you can line it up so that it's straight. You can put these so that they fall on a line. And then you just take your rotary cutter and trim. And I'm going to do the same thing. You could go this way, you could go whichever way. I think I'm going to do it this way. So you could save these little pieces if you wanted. I am not. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It just comes out that way. I don't think she had to have you cut them piece. Now we need to do these little bottom pieces right here. So we need one GG and one HH. So I'm just going to take one out of my bag here. This one's GG, and it goes on this side, and this one's HH. I've already drawn the line on the back, and I'm going to put it right down here in the corner. And again, we're just going to do exactly what we did last time, and we're going to check and see which way she said to press, and I think it goes on to page 5. And the GGs get pressed in, and the HHs get pressed out. So this is GG. I'm going to do this first. And again, I'm just stitching right on the line. And it's right in a little corner. And this one's HH. And I think she's allowed for the reason these pieces seem oversized is so that pretty much anybody can do it. You can sew on a line. It's like draw by numbers. Now, so that I remember, first I'm just going to trim these with scissors. It's a short distance. And I'm just trimming really carefully so that I go straight. Before I press them, I'm going to check to see that I have them in the right way so that I press it. This one gets pressed to, let's just flip this. This one gets pressed to the green and this one gets pressed to the background. So I'm going to press it. And believe me, if you don't press it the right way, when you go to make this bottom part of her little thing skirt, it doesn't nest. And you can't just flip them, because once you get going wrong, you end up wrong down the line. All right, so now we're going to retrim this just like we did before. We're going to put this right back on the lines like we did before. There we go, 2.5. All right. And there we go. The whole piece is like boom shakalaka. It's done. And look at that. There they are. There are the pieces. I think they're so totally cool. And I want to make sure I truly pressed the other ones the right way. I flipped it. Yeah. Yeah, they both get pressed out. The arrows are down there. Okay. So there we go. That's this unique stitch and flip, which I think is totally cool. So after I sign off, I'm going to go and do the rest of them. Actually, I'm going to get my long arm running. And then I'm going to do the rest of them. And so I'll just chain them through. Let me flatten you guys down. So I hope that was fun, informative. The pattern is super easy. The little pieces of her skirt get sewn exactly the same way, which is kind of awesome. So have an awesome week. I should be back next week. We're only going away for the weekend, but if my husband can take time off and we decide to just have our vacation next week because we're both working this week, I will shoot an email and let you all know. All right. Have an awesome